Different from the Catalan Gothic style, you might have noticed. Now you saw the actual contrast of it. Well, there is a reason for that. The cathedral itself, we started it already in the end of the 13th century. In 150 years we were done with it. This part of the cathedral, the front facade, it was not built up until...
Expansion horizons.
Yes, I know. This whole
What do you think of Galileo?
Yeah, he's great,
Yeah,
isn't he?
that's Galileo. See, you're looking through the telescopes. Galileo.
The very first few layers of those towers, they were built at the inception of Barcelona in the 1st century of our era. Then you have a bigger part of the Roman tower that was built in the 4th century after all of the attacks by the barbarian tribes of Barcelona as well. And then you have the medieval part of the tower. So basically all of history of Barcelona in front of you. Our kings and queens, just archetypes in the society.
So this is the tour group for today. Hello everybody.
Hola.
It's hola. Hola, that's right, hola. And we're actually in a square, which actually is a beautiful place, beautiful buildings. And up here is St. George and the Dragon. Yeah, the exhibition centre. Cathedral. Lucky. Statues. It nearly got me, the birds, yeah. Architectural, beautiful Gaudi buildings, magnificently done. Well, this is probably the #1 icon of Barcelona. Beautiful. It seems like it's out of character, a lot of the parts of this building, but it is magnificent. Another part of his work. There's the beautiful Gaudi building.
20th century. And that's remained as well. Okay.
Barcelona. While the sun is still on the little gingerbread looking houses in Gaudi Park. Also Gaudi's masterpiece of works in the Gaudi Park. This is the queue for going in. Here comes the crowds going into from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. The beautiful architecture in Barcelona. You see the top of it there. Nice layout. These huge rocks, rock formations, very similar to Meteora. We're inside the Monastery. The sun's nearly out. Part of the tour. There we are on our first day in Zaragoza on our little walking tour in the morning with everyone. We just arrived at the Basilica in Zaragoza. The group. Zaragoza Museum.
Okay.
See you later.
See you
Bye.
alligator.
Amazing stairs.
Okay, and the rest of us up here enjoying ourselves at the top of the world. There's Julie, Rob. Hang on. Oh, Margaret, I haven't got you. Hang on, Rob, Julie.
Hola.
Alright, and there's Margaret. Sorry, Margaret. Up there in the distance. Let's see if I can get a telescopic view.
Like your face?
Yeah. Well, this seems to be an archaeological site that we just happen to be walking past in Don Quixote land, where we grew up. To the right of Don Quixote, and the cathedral nearby that wasn't open. So everyone arriving here so that you all remember who Susanna is. This is Susanna. Hello Leah, hello Susanna.
Hello.
Thank you. In front of the Royal Palace, which John Paul II, who's now a saint. There's the queue for once a month. They have the changing of the guards. And this one of the few places from the medieval days. This is Susanna's secret garden area here for our video for future memory. Thank you, Susanna.
You're welcome.
Of the city towards the east in the past. Towards Valencia, towards the eastern coast. So the main gates of Madrid have always been here. So you can see several today. Here, one, they don't exist anymore. Only in this map. That's why this map is interesting. There is one here, another here, another there, and then you can see another one between the white and the cream color back in the 17th century when the gardens were built. So I think that's a very nice way of seeing how the city of Madrid grew from a fortress.
This is a medieval well.
Once I had this guy who said, didn't the Romans eat in the restaurant? I said, yeah, but they already closed down. That means it has been developing this activity continually since 1725.
It's the oldest restaurant in the world. Opened in 1725.
So from one year to the other, 35,000. So then town hall. The rest of the houses are private properties. Some of the owners live there and some of them rent them long term and some of them rent them Airbnb. You know what I mean?
Here's the Madrid bus. And this man here is amazingly able to do stand here. Yeah, very cool. Must be coming up to them. The guys who do the knockoff. He's holding the
you
sword.
see the horse and the king, and right hand side you can see one of the buildings that Spain has been made. Can you see them at the tower?
Yeah.
That's the fireman station, Canter's Bridge, and then right hand side the walls for the palaces area. Roman system of defense. They started to build this in the 1st century after Christ, but it was so useful that people decided to keep it forever. Now we're gonna go right hand side. Yes, right hand side. And we're gonna see at the top of in 1936 the Spanish Civil War destroyed everything in this area. You see, it was national people inside, the Alcazar Republicans outside. My grandparents were 18 years old and they were in different political parties to stay Muslim and Christian territories. So that is a church, but it was built in the Muslim aesthetics. This is a Bronze Age village from the 5th century before Christ. You see, and then past it, you can see the Holy Toledo. According to tradition, if you come here the 1st of May and you play that bell, you're gonna find the man or the woman of your life.
What if you've already got the woman or man of your life?
Working only the 1st of May when people are looking.
She's taking us around to some of the most beautiful spots in Toledo.
Inma.
Inma. I said
Yeah.
it right. Okay.
Actually, it's Mary Immaculate, too long.
Okay, Mary. Okay,
Inma,
Inma.
it's okay.
Okay. Thank you. We're walking across the bridge.
You can see the mall and everything from the left-hand side. For the price I bought my tiny apartment at the old town, 35 square meters, just for the family.
It's in Toledo.
Is that the one we saw?
Here they come, everybody enjoying Toledo, I hope.
I would say really the facades, the streets are really narrow, so they have to do the doorways like in a corner. Udahar, again, is a 14th century convent.
And the busloads of people all coming, look at them all going through from the cathedral. All looking to take photos of the cathedral.
I think the best way to do it. The palace for the Archbishop is still in use here with the flags of Vatican at the bottom of the square for the politician or, well, the political tradition. If you look at him, you are 3 days protected from death. Well, if this is true, I'm immortal because I come here every day. But look at the head of the saint. There's something missing in there. No halo. In the 60s of the last century, Vatican revised the list of saints and they discovered no documents enough to prove that he was really a saint. So they removed the halo. And nowadays, people is asking me, is it still working? And honestly, I have no idea, but I'm still alive.
Look at that enormous amount of gold up there. Amazing, isn't it?
Romans arrived later, and the only original material that still remains, according to the tradition, remember Anna?
Looks like in America,
Something
very nice.
Everyone's
I'm
queuing.
trying to explain you. Friends, close to the Archbishop, enemies. It's my theory. What the guy was studying here, you see. But Gothic is normally much more expressive than the rest of
Fantastic
the
cathedral.
If you look, for example, the upper stalls, this is Renaissance. It's very typical for Baroque style. Look at the organ. Decoration full, absolutely full of movement, expression.
This is inside Toledo's beautiful cathedral.
And then see the Greco. The Greco is one of the most famous artists in Europe during the 16th century. He was Greek, but he was 10 years in Spanish in the age of the Inquisition.
12 look exactly it becomes. Between the valleys and the hills. This went on for about 100 kilometres all the way from Toledo to Granada.
I'm sure that must have been harvested by machine, but
So I'm taking a video just of the Ms. Gabriella, our tour guide. We're just going up through the markets now.
All of these things come from traders and Moroccans, but are immigrants.
Gabriella taking us through the markets.
Then we'll visit another one, which is
So everyone seems to have one of these at home. Yeah, it's totally different to Toledo, that's for sure, isn't it? Totally different. Totally different, yeah.
of Spain will be Granada, and was during 3 years. But then his son Philip II decided that Granada is very close to Istanbul, and they were scared about, and moved the capital from Granada to the middle of Spain, Madrid, far away from England, from Portugal, from Paris, and especially from Africa, from Istanbul. So all the bodies were moved there. They built a new memorial, the Escorial. I don't know if you will visit. Escorial is very famous. Except these 4 people are still continuing here.
Bull's blood on the wall of this church from when they carved their names.
Because the heavy mass is a second tower with a Gothic project couldn't resist the weight, so it never dies. And it's incomplete after so long time. They never finished. And this is a nice Carmen. The door is a little bit open, so you can see inside.
That's nice up there, that one with the white. I like the dog here. In the streets of Granada, back streets of Granada. They even have a guitar player playing lovely music in the back streets. A couple of cats, lovely cats. So that's the Alhambra where you have to buy tickets to go in.
Really,
It's beautiful. Into the garden inside this area where this reasonably wealthy man painted Belize, Georgia.
Yeah, that's good.
Here's Margaret in the photo, standing there like a bullfighter, doing some nice walks towards the photographer.
They were buried there. The Catholic monarch changed the history of the war. We pass, and then we have the gardens. So as you can see, the people live together here. No problem with that. No restriction.
Is this the gypsy area?
No,
Oh,
this
they-
is Albacete.
Albacete, oh, so it's not
We're in
yet.
Albacete.
There's one of the better views of the castle of the Alhambra. Alhambra.
So the Sultan was inside this house.
Yes, an abandoned building. Inside one of the restaurants. Beautiful pictures on the wall. Outside. Yeah, where the car is. With the water fountain going today. Everyone outside the bus, or just about everyone.
Mosque, cathedral. It's quite confusing when I say mosque and cathedral at the same time, right? While Muslims, they were ruling Cordoba. But after Christian arrived in Cordoba, after Christian conquered the city in the 13th century, that building became a church, became a cathedral, right? It's because we call both.
Looks like we bumped into another tour group. And we just sort of intermixed.
Nowadays, it's a museum. It's a museum related to bullfighting. Bullfighting is still quite traditional here in Spain, especially in southern. That is very interesting because with this lemon tree on the wall, it's ceramic, polished stone, right? But fell down and we never found it, that one. This synagogue, well, was abandoned. But because Jews, they left Spain. Have you heard about the expulsion?
We're in Cordoba
That's been
now.
the patio where Muslim, they make the worship
This is
ritual
Miriam.
before to
He's
go
actually talking
to this
to the
mosque.
group.
They were using this mosque during 5th century till they arrived from the beginning of their arrival here in Cordoba in 8th century till 13th century.
30,000.
Round arch,
People.
is Roman arch, and the second one, the lower, is horseshoe arch. Visigoths, they use this kind of arches. They are using two materials in these arches, limestone and bricks, red and white, right? Two materials, they give flexibility to this construction. So even if there is an earthquake here in Cordoba, this building is going to move. As a shell-shaped ceiling. Everything is decorated with very tiny, very small stones in glasses and golden. stones. If you raise your eyes, you can see the most beautiful dome ever. Decorated beautiful alquibla and
The treasures of the mosque. Miriam's been looking after us for lady with the walking with it on her head. This is the Roman bridge that Miriam said that was the entrance to the area in the old days. Right now it's a bit of a weir here. And of course where we just came from. I see the light. Beautiful tree-lined street of Seville. Heading off on our walking tour with our lovely Miriam, who was also our tour guide in Cordoba. Lovely. Everyone's going, ears, ears, put it on the ears.
Maxwell Spa, no?
Maxwell Smart, yeah.
No.
you can say everything. I'm not going to listen to you. So the guy who designed that square was a civilian architect, and he constructed that place has part of different buildings that they were constructed here in 1829 for an expo. At that time, Sevilla is going to host different countries, South American countries, different benches. Have you noticed in ceramic, there are like benches. So all around the plaza, you can find the 50 provinces of Spain. Spain is divided in regions and then in provinces. So in alphabetic order, you have A to Z.
There's Lotzi, our driver, heading towards the horse and carriages. Lovely palace area of in Seville. There are 50 states on the Spain on the walls. Beautiful fans this lady has. Cordoba, where we were the other day. Yesterday, the same tour guide, Miriam. A whole lot of horses and carriages in amongst the cars on this avenue. Beautiful avenue.
So a lot of people, they were in the gate. Here you have a lady even with the baby. She's breastfeeding the main one here in the city. They were other in Andalusia, but that one. It's really big. I told 6,000 ladies working at the same time in the golden age of the factory.
Very good.
It's the American discovery. This is better from this side to show Ferdinand as the king there. There's the good.
All these area names is Jewish section or Santa Cruz. Same cross. Same cross. Andalusia, which is Seville, Cadiz. This is the cradle of flamenco.
Now heading through a bit of a tunnel. We'll come back here for a still.
It was like the lighthouse of the city. So if you want to be orientated here in Seville, you always look for the Hidalgo. So I recommend you to visit it inside. Was taxi. So here they were the so-called chamber house of Spain. So public workers, they were here working and making taxes for all these merchandise that came from America. So they came chocolate from there, potato, pumpkins, gold, silver especially, very nice wood, has mahogany, as we said yesterday, Cathedral of Córdoba. And just in front you have a painting, very interesting, because in that painting you have a lady in the middle protecting Christopher Columbus, even is there in that painting. Christopher welcome the ambassador at the end of 2020. So the chapel will be a station that was constructed here in 16th century, 200 years later. 200 years later, new monarchs arrived to this residence and they have new designs, new fashion. They decided to add this second floor in a style. Catholic monarchs, they added the second floor. It was constructed later also, but they make the pattern from the first floor. So from the most very simple first wood, and there is that.
It's a beautiful dome in the palace in Seville.
Plaster, we are depicting different motifs. Actually, they espejo.
Lots of carp by the look of it, and you see waterfalls and falls. The cave of the palace. So it is very cool down here for the first time for a while. But he only has
Charles V, the grandson of Catholic kings living in 16th century here, and the lady was Isabel from Portugal. Very probably in Portugal you will hear about that lady. So everything was arranged to get married here in Seville, but something very nice happened. When they met each other one morning here in this building, they fell in love. So it was love at the first time. And actually they got married the first day that they met.
Wow.
Charles V was not so handsome, was a little bit ugly, that man. And he decided, as he really loved the lady because she was beautiful, she decided to arrange everything for the first day. In the case that she refused the man. So finally they had a very nice history. They were living together 13 years. Finally he was sad and he abandoned the kingdom of Spain and he decided to stay in a monastery where he died here in Spain. So he never met another lady. He always was proud of Isabella from Portugal.
The room next door to the where we saw Isabella with Philip Story. Of their 6 children. We didn't go into this room. This looks like Christopher Columbus sailing into the room of tiles. It tells the story of all the different tiles of different eras. I'm just outside the palace.
You know, my tour?
So this is a statue in the middle of the park in the plaza in the city. It's pretty with the trees. acoustic was better. Nice little fountain, lovely buildings. This place was opened in 1972, as you can see. This place, beautiful place. From the top of this funny object, I'm not sure what the name of it is. This is a different part of the town of Seville. We have a lovely taxi driver that's taking us back to the hotel on this 40 degrees, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And in the background behind the horse is the cathedral. I'm not sure if
Yo desde las 5 hasta ahora.
Sitting in the
9,5 se ha puesto aquí ahora llegando a Almería.
Tucked away for 3 days. So we're at Albufeira on the way to Lisbon from Seville. The beach all set up for the summer. Beautiful little town. Stopped for a quick lunch on the way. Sort of heading off into it's like a bit of a San Francisco bridge. I don't think so. It's a fair way out of Lisbon. Oh, well, you could. Looks like your San Francisco Golden Gate. And it's actually the same structure as the Golden Gate. They contain the docks. It's quite big down there.
We're going to somewhere.
This is going to where?
Not sure where yet.
And this is what it looks like. And we were just about to hop on it, but guess what? It's full.
In San Francisco, you can cycle across it. You can also walk across it. Here, you cannot do it unless you sign up for half marathon of Lisbon. There's a really nice view from the bridge on both sides, but if you want to cross it, you have to run. So what happens here? I actually do it because I really enjoy the view. So every year I sign up for Lisbon Half Marathon, which is very popular here. I think the current world record for the half marathon has not been beaten, and it was made here in Lisbon. So you will feel it as long as we.
Some guy started it the other day, and he just adding more and more and more. And this is the man here that actually is doing it as a hobby, and it's just a fun thing to do. Okay, taking a video. Come on, start running, girls.
If you go into the shop and look.
Cork shoes. Rob said that you can walk on water in these cork shoes.
Yeah, they're waterproof.
Waterproof as well. Rob said he could walk on water with them, which is really even better.
I've got my camera ready.
Have you seen my video?
Especially when you travel.
This is the lady that's actually giving us a shot of fuel called what's it called again? No, there's another name for it.
Ginger Trio Pidos.
You and I can share it.
It's called Shinya. Julie having a shot of Singra. Time out market in Lisbon, Portugal. A workshop right now of everyone learning how to do the Portuguese tarts.
So you're gonna just pay attention. You're gonna see a lot of contrasts in the area.
So you know how we put the bricks on the doorway? That's deliberate, so that people don't go
Yeah,
inside.
because also it just happens to be the same day as this.
June happens to be their holiday month and festival month. So this is the stairs up and down to for the festival area as well. There's a tram getting down to the bottom. This is the famous tram 28 that takes the tourists around, and it is absolutely chock-a-block. Thank you. Sad music that this place plays all the time. A viewing point. The elevator goes up and down in this area.
Donc c'est sur la gauche. Nous l'élévateur, on est monté comme ça.
Church in Lisbon. An amazing monument out in the middle of Lisbon's near the river.
This is so I can see the name of it.
Right on the river, close to the San Francisco Bridge, and then right here near the front statues of, I think, monastery priests. Getting some more mojitos. The mojito guy is loving this because there's someone dancing to his music. This is the bell tower, one of the more famous places. One of the more famous places in Portugal to see. It's a must see. On our way back to on the ferry ride from Cross Redeemer. A couple of big ships in town. Portugal, Lisbon. Beautiful Lisbon. On the ferry on the way home to Portugal again. Coming into the wharf. We've got Karen and Leah here on the way down the shopping arcades down to the centre, which is 5 minutes away. Walking up the track to the palace. You can see the city down below. Nearly at the top, at one point where I can actually see the castle walls. Taking us back to the city. There's a long walk back. The traffic here is pretty bad, as you can see from behind.
The president of Sintra is a really stupid guy. The president, you know.
Really?
I'm from here, I live here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to vote in him. We're going to have elections.
But this is Portugal. Portugal's the best country in the world right now.
Yeah.
Everyone likes it here.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no bombings, there's no terrorists, there's no violence.
The wages are really bad.
Yeah. So this is the traffic going back into the city. It is standing room only
from Argentina,
for the cars, tuk-tuks.
The meat from Argentina is
Symbol of Portugal.
Sintra. To the Romans.
Yep.
Identity.
That's
Christian identity.
I got to the castle today.
This
Famous romantic. What's his name?
No, it's a Portuguese
Portuguese writer.
writer. Yeah. A romantic one.
And what's his name?
Essa de Queiroz.
Esther Queiroz. Okay. Middle of the day. The palace, Sintra. Sintra. There's an interesting guy. Oh, right up to the top is the palace. I'm in the Castle. Beautiful castle, palace I should say. Castle, the palace is there. Some information, people. Beautiful horses.